Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economic Updates Saturday afternoon December 21, 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good afternoon. Dinar recaps, not BRICS. This country poses biggest threat to the US dollar. The BRICS alliance aims to pull the US dollar down from the global reserve currency and trample its dominance. Despite multiple efforts to uproot the USD, the bloc remains unsuccessful in attempts to de-dollarize. The greenback remains the dominant currency and a force to reckon with in the forex markets. Around 58% of the world's reserves are in the USD. And cutting ties with the currency will prove fatal to the prospects of emerging economies. The US pressing sanctions on countries of their dislike is what led to the de-dollarization process. In the first place, countries such as Russia, Iran, and Belarus, among others, have been severely impacted by sanctions pressed by the US. On the other hand, BRICS member China has teamed up with these nations to further the de-dollarization agenda. China is looking to capture the global economy by pushing the Chinese yuan ahead for trade and not the US dollar. BRICS. US biggest threat to the dollar. A recent Bloomberg opinion report states that the biggest threat to the dollar is not BRICS but the US itself. The report explains that Trump's threats won't do much as the USD's power is mostly dependent on American reliability. America's larger-than-life GDP made it gain an exorbitant privilege to control the reserves of the world's central banks. The development made the Federal Reserve, US officials, and politicians tolerate deficits that could have tanked the economies of any other country. Therefore, the US poses the biggest threat to the dollar compared to BRICS or any other alliances of developing countries. If Trump wants to maintain the dollar's primacy, he should recognize that its value is not dependent on American power and threats, but on American reliability. Overreach, whether through ad hoc sanctions, meddling with the Federal Reserve, unilateral tariffs or geopolitical confrontations, poses a far greater threat to the US currency than anything the BRICS countries could possibly devise, it read. Hedera, HBAR, gains institutional traction with strong backing from tech giants and financial sectors. Black Small Square Hedera's key partnerships with NVIDIA and Intel aim to leverage its technology for creating verifiable compute, a hardware-based solution. Black Small Square Valor Digital Securities Limited, VDSL, and the Hashgraph Group, THG, have introduced the first physically backed Hedera HBAR exchange-traded product, ETP, on Euronext Amsterdam. Hedera, HBAR, finds its standing in a majorly leading light as it associates with the traditional finance setting, the enterprise technology sectors, and artificial intelligence. This could potentially lay the groundwork for the network growth curve this year, 2025. European markets register first physically backed Hedera ETP. Valor Digital Securities Limited, VDSL, in partnership with the Hashgraph Group, THG, has launched the first physically backed Hedera HBAR exchange-traded product, ETP, on Euronext Amsterdam. This is a landmark step toward making HBAR accessible to institutional and retail investors through regulated financial channels. The product is launched under the prospectus of VDSL, allowing investors to approach HBAR in a depository-regulated manner without facing exposure to direct cryptocurrency investment. Olivier Roussy-Newton, CEO of DeFi Technologies, which owns Valor, further adds that this listing expands the scope for institutional and retail investors to engage with Hedera's dynamic, sustainable ecosystem. NVIDIA and Intel are going to utilize the Hashgraph technology offered by Hedera to produce their chips. Along with EQTY Lab, the new, verifiable compute, has been born, a hardware-based solution made to meet EU regulations surrounding AI operations, per the CNF report. This will log the decentralized cryptographic certificates verifying the computations the AI does on the said network. Hence accurate and accountable. Slated for 2025 release, this will be providing impenetrable records on AI processes. What's next for HBAR price? Santiment has ranked Hedera among the top 3 cryptocurrencies in terms of activity over the past month, along with Internet Computer and Chainlink. Eric Balchunas and James Seyffart of Bloomberg highlighted that Hedera may lead the list to secure US ETF approval, putting it at the same level as Bitcoin and Ethereum, reported CNF. One benefit is that the native Hedera token, HBAR, was not classified as a security. In that regard, it stands at an advantage over some others, such as XRP or Solana, in their pursuit through regulatory processes. Although the main focus remains on combined Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, Canary Capital has emerged as the sole applicant. For a Hedera ETF, this signals early interest in bringing HBAR into mainstream investment portfolios. At press time, HBAR price stood at $0.2638, down 10.26% in the last 24 hours. However, the token has gained 113% over the last 30 days. And 411% over the last 90 days. Hedera's critical support level is $0.270. Moreover, it is now eyeing breaking the resistance level of 31 cents. The HBAR price chart highlights a symmetric triangle on the 4-hour timeframe. Thus, market forecasts suggest that HBAR may target 37 cents and 61 cents. With projections hinting at a potential surge to $1. Analysts attribute these price targets to growing institutional interest, prospects of ETF approval, collaboration with prominent tech firms, sustained development activity. Hedera receives recognition for tokenization innovation. Moreover, the list of Hedera's achievements is growing, with analysts predicting the HBAR price rally to $3 by 2025, reported CNF. The team announced on X that its asset tokenization studio has been nominated for the INATBA Awards 2025 in the Most Exciting Tokenization Solution category. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.